This is a New Balance MC 696 version 3 in D width, and the MSRP for this sneaker is $64.99, so $65. And I also wanted to point out how, unlike the previous sneakers that I wore, like the court lights, these sneakers don't have a whole lot of redeeming features. And let's get into the specifics of what I'm about to describe. So, if we look at the overall look, they blend a traditional synthetic leather type sneaker with the more modern trail in the back. If you notice those blue patterns. And I like how New Balance is trying to switch everything up. They started making sneakers look more appealing towards teenagers, starting with the New Balance MC996 version 1. They had very nice colorways and silhouettes. And then starting with the version 3, they've been doing a lot of cool prints. Version 2 had very subtle prints, but version 3 has been making a lot of new waves. And now they're trying to do it on the more casual models. So just looking at the heel, there's a lot of nice details, but I really don't see a whole lot of support actually. When I wore it, it wasn't entirely comfortable. There was a lot of support in the heel, but when I refer to comfort, I am talking about actually the upper when I flex my toes. So that's a nice segue to what I'm going to be describing next, which is the upper. Now, even though the upper does seem somewhat protective in terms of stability, I don't think it's going to be good for toe jammers because the material isn't very coarse. And so, as a result of all this, I think a lot of times when people scrape their toes or slide on the courts, it's just going to cause a lot of abrasion, and you're going to see a bunch of holes and maybe your toe sticking out the next time you hit the courts. So I don't think this is a very good shoe for a serious player because, yes, the heel is good, but you have to have that medial and upper like pass the inspection, because if not, that's something you can't just mediate through an ankle brace or even just double socks, because you need that support for your nails and such. And also on the medial side, I don't see any extra padding whatsoever. They just decided to put these little dots, and FYI, these dots don't really provide a whole lot of ventilation because there's a whole lot of synthetic mesh under these dots. You can actually poke holes through these. So it's kind of funny how they're trying to show you that they tried, but in reality there's not a whole lot of ventilation going on. So then the one good part about this sneaker that I thought stood out from the other lower price models at PGA was the outsole. Now the outsole is very flat. It might remind you of a clay outsole because you need more surface area for better stability, especially on a slippery surface like clay. And I just walked around and I thought these were very nice in terms of how they contorted to my feet. It felt like I was walking barefoot. New Balance released the MC 60 back in the day, and I missed out on it unfortunately because I never found it for a decent price in my opinion. It was always around the 80 to 100 range, even on sale, at least in size 10.5. But yeah, it was interesting. I haven't really worn any tennis shoes with this type of pattern where
Interesting.
it's very flat and uniform. Because generally the herringbone pattern has something that segues in between.
Un sandwich.
So that was unique. So walking, I felt the uppers put a lot of pressure on my toes, and yes, the heel was stable, and I did like the walk on the bottom, but it just wasn't enough for me to bear the upper being so tight. I even sized up to size 11, and it just didn't work out. So all in all, I guess this sneaker, there's a reason why it's fairly cheap, because they
it's
didn't really
bad.
spend a whole lot of effort making this a high quality in terms of the upper. But let's go check out the next sneakers in the future, and please subscribe. It means a lot if you guys do. Thanks, and have a great day, everybody. Peace.